We're here with Dr. Neal at the Oakland Cemetery in Yonkers, New York, for the dedication of the bronze grave marker for Hemsley Winfield, and to have Dr. Neal explain Winfield's importance to the history of modern dance. Dr. Neal, how did Hemsley Winfield come to be buried here?
Actually, his grandmother was bequeathed this plot because she was friends with Mrs. William Rockefeller, and she was also related to Mr. Bush. We believe Mr. Bush was her younger brother. He died at an early age. So Hemsley Winfield's mother is buried here. His father's buried here. I said his grandmother, Mary Bush Hemsley, and his grandfather. Also his aunt from his mother's side and a couple other relatives. So there are actually 12 people buried in this plot. Hemsley Winfield's mother was a registered nurse for over 50 years in Yonkers, and she taught nursing. She was also a playwright, and in fact, Hemsley Winfield directed a couple of her plays, and he also choreographed dance for two of her different plays. His father, Osborne D. Winfield, actually was co-owner of a general contracting business.
Dr. Neal, how was the bronze plaque funded?
25% of the funds were from 12 individuals to help pay for the plaque. I picked up the other 75% of the cost. And this was one of two projects that I have wanted to complete since starting this research on Hemsley Winfield's life and career over 30 years ago.
How long were you researching Hemsley Winfield?
The second goal, actually, that I still hope to complete is to make a documentary film on Hemsley Winfield's life and career. And I would like that then to be produced on television. It was Joe Nash who introduced me to Hemsley Winfield and his modern dance career. That was in 1991.
Did Hemsley Winfield participate in any significant events during his dance career?
Actually, he participated in quite a few, even though he had a short career. But a couple of the most notable was in 1932, December of 32, he and 46 other professional dancers in New York City, including Ruth St. Denis, Martha Graham, Doris Humphrey, Maria Gambrelli, a ballet dancer, Bill Bojangles Robinson, they were all at the Mecca Temple Theater, which is now the New York City Center, and they performed on that particular stage. Then in 1933, from January through March, Hemsley Winfield danced and choreographed the role of the Congo Witch Doctor, which is one of the four roles in Eugene O'Neill's opera, The Emperor Jones. And Winfield was the first African American to be contracted for this by the Metropolitan Opera.
Dr. Neal, how and when did Hemsley Winfield die?
Hemsley Winfield died of pneumonia. He had been performing in the 1934 season of The Emperor Jones, and on January 11th, he went into the hospital. He died 4 days later on January 15th, 1934. He was only 26 years old when he died.
His dance company had concerts scheduled for 1934, but they didn't materialize after his death. Because of his accomplishments as a modern dancer and leader in modern dance, I have always believed that he should be recognized and spoken about along with the other pioneers of modern dance. I have always believed that placing this bronze plaque on his gravesite was necessary to give some recognition to Hemsley Winfield for his accomplishments, his leadership, and his groundbreaking work in modern dance. Now, 90 years after his death, there is a marker acknowledging Hemsley Winfield, the first African-American modern dancer and pioneer of modern dance.